Dear students, in today's class, we are going to discuss some more neat bits. Already in the previous part 1 and 2, we discussed 15 bits from 16th bit onwards. Today we are going to discuss. Let us consider the 16th bit in part number 3 of organ chemistry bits. Basic strength of ethyl carbanion, vinyl carbanion, acetylide carbanion. 3 carbanions were given, which will be having the more basic strength, which will be having the least. You have to arrange them in the proper order. Here, decreasing order was given. Greater than means first one is the greater, last one is the least. You have to take the first one, which is having the greater basic strength. That we have to explain. For this purpose, you have to consider first acetylene, HC triple bond CH. This is sp carbon. Sp carbon will be having more electron withdrawing power. As a result of which, the electron density will be moving towards carbon, and so this will be obtained as H plus. So it will be now in the form of acetylide anion. We are able to get the metallic derivatives. When it is heated to sodium amide, you will be having monosodium acetylide, or sodium liquid, you are getting disodium acetylide like that. It is able to get the metallic derivative. So it is having some acidic character. Out of alkanes and alkynes, only acetylene is having acidic character. So this is acetylene. This is somewhat acidic in nature. Similarly, you can take ethylene. Ethylene belongs to sp2 carbon. The electron withdrawing power of this sp2 carbon is not sufficient to release proton. And so you can say that this is less acidic than acetylene. And of course, this can be measured by taking the Ka values. And even you can take ethane, CH3, this is sp3 carbon. Still, the electron withdrawing power for sp3 carbon is also very much less. And so there is no question of any release of proton from this carbon. So this is least acidic. In this way, if you take here acidic character, HC triple bond CH, more acidic character, more acidic than ethylene. In turn, ethylene is more acidic than ethane. This is the decreasing order of acidic character. And you can now take the conjugate base. You can take the conjugate base. The difference between the acid and the conjugate base is a proton only. Remove proton from all these, you will get the conjugate bases. So now take conjugate base from all these. When H is removed, it will be converted into C acetylide anion. This is the conjugate base of acetylene. And when H is removed here, CH2 double bond CH minus. This is vinyl anion that is obtained here. This is conjugate base of ethylene. And here in this case, you will get CH3, CH2 minus. When the acid is strong, then its conjugate base is weak. This is the point. The more the acid strength, the less is the basic strength, or weak base. Conjugate base is weak. You can take HCl for example, HCl is very strong acid, and Cl minus conjugate base is very weak. In that way, acid is strong means its conjugate base is weak. And so here, the acidic strength is decreasing And whatever the basic strength here, see the conjugate base is weak here, somewhat strong here, somewhat more strong. And so whatever the conjugate basic strength, this basic strength is less than phenyl carbanion and this is less than ethyl carbanion. So here the basic strength is increasing in that manner. So here what can you say? This is the more strong. Next, phenyl carbanion, least basic character is acetyl. So what is the correct order here? What is the correct order here? 1 is more basic than 2, 2 is more basic than 3. This is the correct order. Where is it? That will be the correct answer for this. So if you take the correct answer, 1 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 3. So this becomes the correct answer, correct option for this bit. In that we have to decide the basic strength depending upon the conjugate acid. Acid and conjugate base both will be differing only by proton. If acid is strong, base is weak. If acid is weak, base is strong. In that we have to go to get the correct answer. Okay, next bit. Next bit, 17. The molecular formula for diphenyl methane is phenyl groups attached to methylene carbon. C6H5, CH2, C6H5. This is the structure, molecular structure. How many structural isomers are possible? Structural isomers, not stereo. How many structural isomers are possible when one hydrogen atom, one of the hydrogen atoms is replaced by a chlorine atom? Only one hydrogen is replaced by H means monochlorination it is undergoing. And here we are having 5 hydrogens, here we are having 5 hydrogens, 10 plus 2, 12 hydrogen atoms are there in that structure. Monochlorination means one hydrogen is to be replaced by one. You should not repeat the structure, monochlorination structure. So in what way you can get here? Now we can consider this structure CH2, once again phenyl group. Here one hydrogen can be replaced to get chloro, 1, not 1. This means one and the same. Either one of these two hydrogens give the same answer. So here one isomer is possible. And if you take here, this hydrogen is replaced, this becomes ortho. R2, this hydrogen is replaced, this is meta. This hydrogen is replaced, this is para. This once again is meta. This meta, this ortho. And so here, these positions remain only the same. These positions remain only the same. So these two need not be counted. So 2 chlorophenyl, 3 chlorophenyl, 4 chlorophenyl. And if you take this one, this is once again ortho, this is meta, this is para. Already written there. These are two symmetrical benzene rings. There is no difference in between them. And so here, this ortho is equal to this ortho, this meta is equal to this meta, this para is equal to this para. You need not write these three once again when once this is written in the other benzene ring. And so you need not count these three. Then how many isomers are possible for monochlorination? Here 1, here 2, here 3, here 4. On the whole, we are having 4 monochloro substituted. 1 chloro or chloro diphenyl methane, and here 1 chlorophenyl phenyl methane, 2 chlorophenyl phenyl methane, 3 chlorophenyl phenyl methane. In this way 4 isomers you will get. There are only 4, not all the hydrogens present there. And so here how many isomers are possible? Total is equal to 4. 4 is the answer. So where is it? 4 is the answer here. A is the correct answer for this. We can get 4 monochloro substituted derivatives for diphenyl methane. This is the correct answer. Okay? That is how to get the answer. Next bit. Eighteenth bit. Some meta deactivating substituents in the aromatic substitution are given. Which one is the most deactivating? That means it should be powerful withdrawing group. Minus mesomeric effect should be high when attached to benzene ring. Because it is aromatic substitution, all these groups must be attached to benzene ring. When they are attached to benzene ring, which will be most reactivating? That means you have to know the order. You know pretty well about the order of reactivating groups through minus mesomeric effect. When attached to benzene ring, minus mesomeric effect will be most operating, though minus is there. And this is the order, deactivating order through minus mesomeric effect when attached to benzene ring. First, nitro group. Next, cyano. This is C triple bond here. Cyano means sulfuric acid. Next, aldehyde. Next, ketone. Next, carboxylic acid. And here is the carboxylic acid. And here is the sulfuric acid. And next, acid chloride, ester, amide. This is the order, decreasing order. This is decreasing order of deactivating groups. This is the powerful deactivating group. Even in the case of minus effect also. Nitro group is the topmost deactivating group. Only one is there behind it, that is NH3 plus. When attached to benzene ring, when attached to carbon, it will be having deactivating nature. So here NO2 is the topmost deactivating group. He is asking the most deactivating group. What is the order if you take here? First comes NO2. Next, what comes? CN. Next, CSO3H. And next, COH. In the given groups, this is the order. This is more deactivating than this. This is the correct order in these given groups. And so, which is the most deactivating group here? In this case, my students. And this is the most deactivating group. So, what is the correct answer? D bit is the correct answer. Next one. Next one, 19th bit. Which one of the following orders is correct regarding minus I effect? Here you have to consider minus inductive effect of the substituents. Generally, minus effect will be considered when saturated carbon group is attached to saturated carbon. That is more interesting. And in this case, first of all, let us recorrect the decreasing order or increasing order. Here I am writing here decreasing order of minus inductive effect when attached to the sp3 carbon or even sp2 carbon. First priority will be always given to nitro group. This is the decreasing order. And of course, H will be selected. This is the least. Beyond that, there will be no one. Even sometimes you can write here D group, deuterium. Deuterium also you can write. Later H. Deuterium is more reactivating than H, you can write decreasing order, more withdrawing than H. And here in this case, of course, this is not much important here in this case. This is decreasing order of the substituents. NO2, CN, SO3H, CHO, CO, COH, COCl, COR. Amide group, up to the extent we studied already in the case of minus mesomeric effect. Later extend this. Fluoro group, bromo group, iodo group, hydroxy, OR, NH2H. This is the decreasing order. So out of all, the powerful withdrawing group through minus I is NO2 once again. And here, if you take the plus inductive effect, that means electron releasing groups. Electron releasing groups, always alkyl group is electron releasing. Tertiary, after that secondary, after that primary, after that methyl group. This is the decreasing order. Here there is more powerful releasing group through inductive effect. And every anion will be trying to release the electron cloud. Already O, if you consider O here, this is having electron density H, this bond is broken and so it will be converted into O minus. This is having excess electron density and so it easily releases the electron cloud. Whereas in the case of COO minus, this is resonance stabilized. So electron pushing is weaker than this. Any anion is having greater releasing character than this. So in this way, O minus is better electron releasing than CO minus, and CO minus is better electron releasing than any other alkyl group. So this is the correct decreasing order of the substituents when attached to the sp3 carbon. Or sp2 carbon also you can consider even. So here in this case, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, these are given. Which is more withdrawing? Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Electronegativity 4.0, 3.5, 3.0. These are the electronegativity values. Which is more powerful withdrawing here? Fluoro group. Next to it, oxygen. Next to it, nitrogen. So which is more powerful withdrawing means fluoro. Next to it, oxygen. Next to it, nitrogen. So nitrogen withdrawing is less than O is less than F. This is the electron negativity case. And here, in that way, you have to take the bit here. NR2 minus inductive effect is less than alkoxy group because O is withdrawing, more withdrawing than nitrogen, and F is more withdrawing than oxygen also. And so, what is the correct answer here? This is not one. This is wrong. NR2 is less than OR is greater than F. This is wrong. And here NR2 is greater than OR, this is wrong. NR2 is greater than OR, this is wrong. And so here in this case, the only correct bit for the selection here is the first one, NR2 less than OR less than F. Basing on the electronegativity value, just simply you can justify the answer, which is more withdrawing and more less withdrawing when in comparison. Just electronegativity values are sufficient. So here in this case, correct option is A bit. This is the correct option out of all. Please note it. Breakage. This is breakage. Next on 20th bit. Which one of the following can exhibit cis-trans isomerism? Cis-trans isomerism means geometrical isomerism. Cis-trans means geometrical isomerism. Both mean one and the same. What are the conditions required to exhibit the geometrical isomerism by a compound, organic compound? Conditions required here. Conditions required to exhibit geometrical isomerism. First one, it should be ene. It should be alkene. First condition. Only alkenes can exhibit the geometrical isomerism. In this case, there is no C double bond C. In this case, there is no C double bond C. And here C double bond C, here C double bond C. There itself you can understand. C double bond C can never exhibit geometrical isomerism. And here C double bond C must be there. First condition here fulfilled here by D bit. And these two cannot exhibit the geometrical isomerism. The second condition required here is these two carbons will be having still two separate sigma bonds. Out of the two sigma bonds here, this carbon should be having two different groups. If the third carbon is having same groups D2 like this, same groups, that means C, AB, double bond C, DD. If one of the two sp2 carbons carry the same groups, that does not exhibit geometrical isomerism. Then what are the requirements here? C double bond C, this should be having two groups. The other carbon should also be having two different groups. If the same different groups are carried by the other carbon also, then okay, we can write the geometrical isomerism here. This is successful. one sp2 carbon should carry two different groups. Other sp2 carbon should also be carrying two different groups. If these two different groups are not the same, okay, joint class arises. Or otherwise, C double bond C. This is carrying two different groups like this. This is carrying two different groups like this. And out of these two different groups, one group is common. Basing on that also we can write cis trans isomerism. And so this is also suitable. And finally, one more you can take. This carbon is carrying two groups, namely A and B. Other carbon is carrying D and E. This carbon is carrying two different groups. This carbon is also carrying two different groups. And these two different groups are different from those two different groups. In such a case also, geometrical isomerism arises, but in the form of EZ configuration. Here you can write EZ configuration. And again, Joss-Uman configuration can be written here. This is also geometrical isomerism, no doubt, but special category, EZ configuration. And if one of the group is common, we can write cis trans isomerism. If the two are common, carried by the two sp2 carbons, then also geometrical isomerism is possible. And here, if you take the fourth one, this carbon is carrying one hydrogen and one Cl. And this carbon is carrying one hydrogen, one Cl. This carbon is carrying two different groups. This carbon is also carrying two different groups. And so therefore, in this case, this D bit is the correct answer, because suitable conditions are fulfilled by this D bit. If you take A is bicular, this carbon is asymmetric carbon, S chiral carbon. One group H, other group Cl, third group COH, fourth group CH3. Four different groups are carried by the carbon, and so this exhibits optical isomerism. And this is the ethane derivative 1,2-dichloroethane that exhibits conformations. Conformational isomerism will be exhibited by this. And of course, C double bonds here, there is no isomerism exhibited by this alone. And so this conformational isomerism, and this one optical isomerism, and this is a geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism means cis trans isomerism. Correct answer for the given question is bit D. Okay? Note it down. Next one, 21st bit. Which one of the following orders of acid strength is correct? 4 bits are given. One is carboxylic acid, other one is alcohol, third one is water, fourth one is acetylene. Which is having more acidic strength? Which is having the least acidic strength? What is the correct order? RCOH loses proton easily, because after losing proton, whatever anion is obtained, this is stabilized by resonance. Resonance stabilization is there for the carboxylate anion. So this loses proton easily. And so carboxylic acid is having more acidic strength. More acidic strength. And that can be proved by virtue of its reactions. Because this is able to liberate carbon dioxide from carbonate. When sodium bicarbonate is added here, carbon dioxide is liberated. That is the acid character. If you take the remaining molecules, they may not be in a position to liberate carbon dioxide, because sodium bicarbonate is weak acid. If you take this is weak base, and if you take the weak acid may not be able to liberate carbon dioxide from a weak base like sodium bicarbonate. So if you take here, water is given, alcohol is given. And water can react with sodium, liberating NaOH plus half H2. This is one of the reactions. And the reaction is vigorous. When H is replaced by sodium, automatically water is said to be having somewhat acidic character. How much acidic character it is having? It is able to react with metal liberating hydrogen. And so, in this reaction, the water's acidic character is proved. But apparently, for all practical purposes, water is said to be neutral. But every base will be having acid strength, every acid having basic strength. That is only a L2 theorem. And in this case, you can take sodium reaction. You will get here NaOR, sodium alkoxide plus half H2. This is very slow reaction, very, very slow. This is somewhat fast. So in this reaction, what is proved? The acidic character of hydrogen, alcohol is also having acidic character. How much acidic character it is having? To liberate hydrogen gas went into sodium. But alcohol is not able to turn bullet pistol H. What is not able to turn bullet pistol H? The acidic character is not sufficient, but it is sufficient to react to sodium metal. And so in this way, you can take here alcohol less vigorous. When treated with sodium, it is giving sodium alkoxide plus half hydrogen. So in this case, H2O, HOH is more acidic than ROH. More acidic. HOH is more acidic than ROH. And you can take automatically acidity in hydrogen. This is also acidic in nature. It is able to give metallic derivative, no doubt. But acidic character, by studying the Ka values, it is even less than this. Alcohol is having more acidic character because the Ka value for this will be more than this. As the Ka value is increased, the acidic character is increased. The Ka value will acidity is proved to be even less than ROH. And so this is having acidic, no doubt. It is also able to give the metallic derivative sodium acetylide, but Ka value is somewhat weaker than this, and so this is the least acidic. And if you take here, what is more acidic than alcohol? Alcohol is more acidic than acetylene. This is the order. So carboxylic acid always takes the first priority. So what first is here? What is first? Carboxylic acid is greater than next water, greater than next what? Alcohol, next acetylene. This is the correct order for the acidic strength. This is the decreasing order. Correct order. Whether it is decreasing or increasing, one order should be given. And this is the list. RCOH greater than water, greater than acetylene, this is wrong. RCOH, acetylene is greater than water strength, wrong. RCOH is greater than water, water is greater than alcohol, alcohol is greater than acetylene. This bit is correct. COH greater than ROH, greater than HOH, this is wrong. And so, what is one? B bit is the correct selection in this case. So, this is the correct order to select here. This is the reasoning. Basing on that only, even you can take the hydroxide formation, alkoxide formation. Alkoxide you can take here hydroxide ion and alkoxide ion. Hydroxide is more stable than alkoxide ion. And so water is releasing proton easily than alcohol. This is also one of the reasons. You can compare the stabilities of hydroxide ion as well as Na plus OH minus, Na plus OR minus. OH minus is greater than OR minus instability, and that is why release of proton in water is more easier than alcohol, and that is why water's acidic character is more than alcohol. And similarly you can take here. So this is the way to explain. This is the reasoning type. This is the correct answer. You can easily write it, of course. Okay. With this, I am closing this session. In the next part 4, same neat bits will be discussed from 22nd bit onwards. Thank you very much for your kind hearing.